first, the suburban migrant bus battle goes into overdrive. A number of towns set to vote on new rules tonight. We've got the rundown.
Good afternoon. I'm Anthony Ponce.
And I'm Natalie Baumke. Thank you for joining us. In the next several hours, at least 5 more suburbs will meet to consider restrictive ordinances that aim to curb unscheduled buses arriving from Texas.
Casey Cronus is live at Ogilvie Station, which has become the final stop for many new arrivals over recent weeks. Casey.
Hi, Natalie and Anthony. Officials here in Chicago tell us they are working on implementing a more effective tracking system to help these buses and to know how many will be coming each day, because as it stands now, it seems to be a surprise. Chicago's Office of Emergency Management officials say they are expecting 1 bus from the southern border today, but that, of course, does not take into account the buses that might turn up in surrounding suburbs. The list of random drop-offs and rogue buses continues to grow, along with the number of towns and villages putting measures into place to prevent buses from stopping there. Tonight, Hinsdale, Joliet, North Chicago, Buffalo Grove, and Woodstock will hold council meetings to address the situation. And as UIC Professor of Law Stephen Schwinn explains, regulating buses, not migrants themselves, does not violate the state's sanctuary laws.
This doesn't really have anything to do with sanctuary city laws or sanctuary laws in general. They really are 2 entirely different things. If they're going to accept immigrants that have been bused from states like Texas, for example, that they want to do it in a kind of orderly way. And so they don't want these buses to come sort of willy-nilly at different times, randomly, without notice, dropping people off in cold temperatures without appropriate clothing or medical attention or food, not even knowing if they're in Chicago or not, and then expecting them to find their way to Chicago.
Schwinn also adds that while migrants should report to the city's landing zone when they first arrive to be directed to resources like housing and clothing, they don't have to. As we reported last week, several migrants who got to Ogilvie on trains, they had relatives pick them up who were already living here. We'll have much more on that coming up at 5. Reporting live from Ogilvie, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
And the growing immigration crisis shows no signs of letting up in the new year. The numbers at the southern border have been staggering in recent weeks. More than 300,000 so-called migrant encounters since the 1st of December. And that is the equivalent of the population of Pittsburgh streaming across the border. Republicans are accusing President Biden of not doing enough. He wants more border funding, and there's a growing bipartisan chorus in Congress now calling for action.
Believe most of America believes in legal immigration, but what we're seeing is not that. This is chaos.
It's the pull factor. You got to have detention and deportation.
On Capitol Hill, border funding is being tied to aid for Israel and Ukraine. Mexican leaders will visit Washington this month to meet with the Biden administration and continue discussions on curbing the influx of migration into the U.S. But a date for this meeting has not yet been made public. Anthony?